The 2016 Olympics is around the corner, but how ready are the Brazilians? And what about Zika? In the first of Entertainment Reports, What's Good in Rio, Yvette Rose sets the stage ahead of the greatest show on earth.
Her name is Rio and she dances on the sand.
Sexy City, South America's most iconic destination. A feast of food, fashion and fun. Hot women and men. Bodies in motion at Ipanema, Baja and Copacabana. Legendary locations celebrated in song and film. Lots on the plate in Rio, not all of it pretty. Life's good, but not everyone living the good life. Poverty persists the higher you climb. Above Rio, favelas with a view. Preparations at fever pitch as Rio rushes to the finish line. Brazil trying to get it all right, but some things out of its control. Zika rampant earlier in the year, calls following for the games to be cancelled, the virus linked to microcephaly in newborns. But the onset of the Brazilian winter taking some of the sting out of fears about Zika. In June, the World Health Organization dismissing appeals to scrap the games, whilst cautioning people to protect themselves against mosquito bites.
Definitely a concern. Everybody's heard it, so obviously across my mind. I'm actually traveling with my mother, so you can intensify that even more. But we were concerned, but it's definitely not enough to stop us, so we out here.
This man's mother says she came prepared to deal with mosquitoes, but hasn't been bothered by them. Myself and cameraman Ian Guthrie were there for 5 days and didn't see any of the pesky critters or get bitten. But Zika's already created Olympic casualties. LeBron James and golfers Rory McIlroy, Vijay Singh, Justin Day and Shane Lowry earlier announced they won't be there. Others like Usain Bolt are determined to keep their date with Olympic destiny.
Well, I'm supposed to get my shots before I go, and hopefully by then they'll find ways to make sure it's less contagious when we get there. I think when it gets nearer, and then we'll listen and hear to see what's going on. But right now they have time, so I'm not really worried about that at this point.
Brazil heading to the Olympics but mired in political paralysis. Its president sidelined by a corruption probe. But sport's biggest show must go on, and signs of that are all around. Recently, Rio was described as an economic disaster. It received a big money bailout. Now money's not the problem, time is. Lots of cash to pay for the frantic construction. Trouble is, can it all be done in time? New building, the old made new, transport, communication, all getting an Olympic makeover. Rio, Brazil's second biggest city, over 6 million people, more if you count the metropolitan area, hosting all the Olympic events, and no stranger to welcoming tourists. Carnival and the must-see sites draw over 1 million every year. That said, the Olympics, the biggest test yet. Where are you from?
China!
You're in Rio. Why are you in Rio?
A tourist, just for tourists.
And how do you find it?
Very beautiful city, relaxing and very beautiful.
The feel-good factor, though, falling flat with some.
How are you going to stage an event of this kind in a city or a country that's not even receiving the basic investment it needs?
Rio's readiness may be in question, but Jamaica's plans to welcome its VIP visitors here have been made. They're calling it Jamaica House, and the posh Prado.co restaurant at the swanky Rio Jockey Club has been booked.
In the evenings, they're going to have like some special events to promote their country. And in the lunchtime, we are going to also serve the Jamaican food. And they will bring a chef from Jamaica. and they are gonna work with our team. So the house Prado is gonna open for lunch for the regular guests and for evenings for Jamaican guests.
Next week, the food, the music, and the reggae connection.
Você está assistindo o Entertainment Report. Yeah!